The story of Homo sapiens is an extraordinary tale of survival, adaptation, and triumph against all odds. From their humble beginnings to becoming the dominant species on Earth, this journey is a reflection of the power of innovation, cooperation, and resilience. It began in Africa around 400,000 years ago with the emergence of a new species, Homo sapiens. Possessing a remarkable capacity for learning and adaptation, these early humans quickly proved their ability to navigate and thrive in an unpredictable world. Driven by curiosity and the unyielding need to survive, they set out on a journey across diverse and often hostile environments. Each new landscape presented unique challenges, testing their ingenuity and resilience. Time and again, Homo sapiens faced adversity. Their survival often hung by a thread, yet they persevered. Through intelligence, adaptability, and an unparalleled ability to cooperate, they overcame every obstacle, setting the stage for an incredible rise to dominance, a journey that would forever reshape the planet. Around 10,000 years ago, a revolutionary transformation forever altered the course of human history. No longer solely reliant on hunting and gathering, Homo sapiens learned to cultivate crops and domesticate animals, securing a stable and consistent food supply. This pivotal moment marked a profound shift in the relationship between humans and nature, with far-reaching consequences that would shape societies and cultures for millennia. The domestication of animals not only provided protection and labor, but also fundamentally changed the dynamics of human settlements. With a reliable food source and increased security, humans began to congregate in larger, more permanent communities. These settlements became the foundation for the development of complex societies, where Homo sapiens' influence on the planet grew increasingly profound. As human societies expanded, the importance of social bonds and cooperation grew. This collective spirit, rooted in mutual support and shared goals, became one of Homo sapiens' greatest strengths. It enabled them to overcome challenges that had defeated other species, solidifying their role as a dominant force on Earth and shaping the trajectory of human civilization. Driven by an insatiable inquisitiveness and a deep desire to understand their world, Homo sapiens explored not only geographically but also intellectually and artistically. They expressed themselves through cave paintings, sculptures, and musical instruments, offering glimpses into the creativity and imagination of early artists and dreamers. Perhaps the most enduring legacy of these early humans was their stories. Storytelling became a powerful tool to preserve their past, interpret the present, and envision the future. Through shared narratives, they passed down wisdom, traditions, and a sense of identity that bound communities together. Over thousands of years, knowledge accumulated, with each generation building on the achievements of those before them. Fire, once a source of fear, was harnessed for warmth, cooking, and protection. Language, humanity's ultimate tool of communication, evolved, enabling the sharing of complex ideas and fostering cooperation on an unprecedented scale. The story of Homo sapiens does not begin 400,000 years ago. To truly understand our place in the web of life, we must journey back much further, to a time when our ancestors were not yet human. Around 8 million years ago, a planetary cooling event set off changes that profoundly shaped life on Earth. Those unable to adapt perished, while those who could pass their genes to future generations. By 2.5 million years ago, Homo habilis, the handyman, had emerged, marking a pivotal step in human evolution. This species eventually gave rise to Homo erectus, a highly successful group adept at tool-making and the use of fire. Homo erectus thrived for over 1 million years. They were skilled hunters, capable of crafting more advanced tools than their predecessors, and they used fire for warmth, cooking, and protection. Imagine a group of Homo erectus gathered around a crackling fire on the African savanna 400,000 years ago, sharing stories, laughter, and a sense of community. Evidence even suggests they engaged in burial rituals, placing flowers and offerings with their dead, hinting at a deepening cultural complexity. As time passed, populations of Homo erectus became isolated by vast distances and natural barriers. From one of these isolated populations in Africa, Homo sapiens gradually emerged. We carry the legacy of these ancient ancestors, their resilience, adaptability, and unquenchable thirst for knowledge. The emergence of Homo sapiens was marked by larger brains, more sophisticated tools, and an evolving capacity for language, which enabled complex communication and the sharing of knowledge. Around 200,000 years ago, Homo sapiens began migrating out of Africa, driven by environmental changes and the search for resources. Early humans lived nomadically, following herds and gathering plants. Language played a critical role in their survival, allowing them to coordinate hunts, pass on skills, and build social bonds. One group ventured north, following the Nile River and eventually crossing into the Levant, a critical land bridge. Europe, however, presented a far harsher environment, requiring significant adaptation. Early humans in Europe learned to hunt large Ice Age mammals like mammoths and woolly rhinoceroses and constructed shelters from animal hides and bones to withstand the cold. Intriguingly, evidence suggests that many early European societies were matriarchal, with women holding power and influence, an indication of the diversity of human cultures, even in prehistoric times. This journey, from the early ancestors to Homo sapiens spreading across continents, is a remarkable tale of evolution, survival, and ingenuity, one that continues to shape the world we live in today. Upon arriving in Europe, Homo sapiens encountered another hominid species, Neanderthals. Having lived in Europe for hundreds of thousands of years, Neanderthals were well adapted to the cold and skilled hunters and toolmakers in their own right. Evidence suggests that the two species coexisted for thousands of years and even interbred. However, Neanderthals were ultimately outcompeted by the more adaptable and innovative Homo sapiens. While some groups of Homo sapiens migrated into Europe, others ventured eastward into Asia, pushing the boundaries of human exploration. Along the way, they faced formidable challenges, such as the towering Himalayan mountains and the treacherous waters of the South China Sea. To overcome these obstacles, they developed remarkable skills, building boats, navigating by the stars, and interpreting the signs of the natural world. As they moved through Asia, Homo sapiens encountered other hominid species, including the Denisovans, whose remains have been found in Siberia and other parts of Asia. These interactions, like those with Neanderthals, left traces in the genetic makeup of modern humans. By 12,000 years ago, Homo sapiens had reached the southern tip of South America, completing their epic journey of global migration. Along the way, they hunted megafauna to extinction, large herbivores like mammoths, which played a crucial role in shaping ecosystems. These animals maintained grasslands and created open habitats that were favorable for human habitation, but their disappearance marked a significant ecological shift. This incredible journey of survival and adaptation highlights the ingenuity, resilience, and resourcefulness that define Homo sapiens, shaping their story as a species capable of conquering every corner of the planet. Around 40,000 years ago, Homo sapiens experienced a remarkable transformation, a cognitive revolution. This leap in mental capacity set them apart from other hominid species, including Neanderthals. While Neanderthals demonstrated complex thought, they never achieved the level of cognitive sophistication seen in Homo sapiens. This revolution was marked by the creation of elaborate cave paintings, intricate figurines, and more advanced tools and weapons, reflecting a profound shift in their ability to think abstractly and innovate. The reasons for this cognitive revolution remain debated. Some researchers suggest it was driven by genetic mutations that enhanced brain size and complexity. Whatever the cause, its impact was transformative. Rituals and ceremonies became increasingly elaborate, incorporating music, dance, and even psychoactive substances. Striking cave paintings from this period depict a rich variety of animals, human figures, and abstract symbols, offering a glimpse into the imaginative and spiritual lives of early humans. Around 10,000 years ago, as the Ice Age ended, dramatic climate changes reshaped human societies. These shifts paved the way for the development of agriculture, fundamentally altering the way Homo sapiens lived. The nomadic lifestyle that had defined their existence for millennia gave way to settled life. Villages grew into towns, and towns eventually became cities, marking the rise of complex civilizations. This series of transformations, from the cognitive revolution to the advent of agriculture, defined the trajectory of Homo sapiens, shaping their journey toward becoming the dominant species on Earth. The domestication of dogs marked a significant turning point in human history, as they became the first animals domesticated by humans. This profound shift redefined humanity's relationship with the natural world, fostering bonds of companionship and cooperation. The development of agriculture, coupled with the domestication of animals, led to a surplus of food and resources, enabling population growth and labor specialization. As societies expanded, new social classes emerged, including artisans, merchants, and priests, shaping the foundations of more complex civilizations. As human societies grew in size and complexity, their impact on the planet became increasingly profound. This marked the beginning of the Anthropocene, the age defined by human influence on Earth's ecosystems, climate, and geology. Around 5,500 years ago, the invention of writing brought prehistory to an end and ushered in the era of recorded history. With written records, Homo sapiens entered a new chapter, preserving their knowledge, stories, and achievements for future generations, marking a pivotal milestone in the human journey. And so we come to the end of our journey, a journey that began on the African savanna and led to the dawn of civilization. The story of Homo sapiens is one of resilience, ingenuity, and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. From humble beginnings, they reshaped the world, leaving a legacy deeply woven into the fabric of life on Earth.